and games used throughout the week can be accessed by going to Phonics Play. During lockdown, this can be accessed using the following details: username Jan21, password home. Some of the games can also be accessed by Googling Odd and Bob Phonics, as there are more games on the Phonics Bloom website. Revisit and review. I want you to go to Phonics Play, look at Cheeky Chimps or Acorn Adventures, looking at alternative pronunciation of the EY grapheme. For example, we've got monk E and the A, so it's E and A for the same EY grapheme. Today we're looking at reading words with the prefix un. So we have three words here: kind, happy, lock. What happens if we add un to the beginning of these words? We get unhappy, unkind, unhappy, and unlock. So how does un change the meaning? It almost flips it to the opposite, doesn't it? If someone's kind, that's a good thing. If they're unkind, that's a bad thing. If we lock something, we turn the key one way. If we unlock it, we turn it the opposite way. I want you to go to Phonics Play and look on Creator Countdown at words beginning with un. Read these sentences out loud. The unhappy elephant felt unwanted. It was an unwritten rule that presents were unwrapped after lunch. When she unscrewed the lid of the jar, the smell was most unpleasant. Well done, that's Monday. Phase 5D, Week 5, Tuesday. I want you to look at sorting words that end with the ed, suffix, into three different sounds that the ending can make. So we've got filled, chopped, and needed. So id. Look at Google's sorting game, adding ed, and sort those words. Today we're learning to spell words with the prefix un. So suffix is a group of letters that comes at the end of the word, prefix comes at the beginning, so un comes at the beginning. Un is simple to spell and it doesn't change the root word. So for example, load would become unload, wrap would become unwrap, and screw would become unscrewed. Remember, however, the ed endings are however the ed ending is pronounced, it's still written ed. So unloaded, id, unwrapped, unscrewed. So we've got id, d for the ed, but they're all spelt in that same way. Right, I want you to try writing the words that I say. Unkind, unlocked, unhappy, unfair, untrue, unmade, unripe, uninvited, unwanted, unpleasant, unfunny, unwritten, untried, unknown. Did you get them right? Can you write these sentences on your whiteboard or paper? I wish that door was unlocked. I wish that door was unlocked. That is untrue and unfair. That is untrue and unfair. Unripe fruit can be quite unpleasant. Unripe fruit can be quite unpleasant. Did you get them right? Well done, that's the end of Tuesday. Phase 5D, Week 5, Wednesday. How many syllables are there in your name? Clap it out and see. Remember, syllables are how many, not sounds, how many beats we hear in a word. So for example, my surname is Riley, so Riley. If your name was Ibrahim, Ibrahim. Remember, you can also check syllables by putting your hand under your chin and feeling how many times your chin hits your hand as you say a word. Riley, I would hit it twice. Ibrahim, him, I would hit it 3 times. Today we're looking at using apostrophes for contractions. For example, I have becomes I've. We remove the 2 letters in have and replace them with an apostrophe to contract them to bring the 2 words together. So I want you to try and think about what the contraction is for it is. What about do not? I am, did not, cannot, I will, could not, I have, there is, should have a space here, sorry, he is, and we are. So it is, what would that become? Would become it's. Do not would become don't. That's a tricky one because normally we remove it from the middle at the beginning of a word, whereas this is removed from the middle. I am becomes I'm. Did not becomes didn't. Cannot becomes can't. I will becomes I'll. Could not becomes couldn't. Sorry, I'll just make this bigger so they go next to each other. I have becomes I've. There is becomes theirs. He is becomes he's. And we are becomes we're. So when we use an apostrophe for contraction, we remove some of the letters and then we put an apostrophe in their place. I want you to create a creature countdown looking at apostrophes for contraction. Read these sentences. I've had an amazing week. I've had a really amazing week, sorry. I can't eat the soup because there's a fly in it. We're waiting for my dad because he's late today. Well done, that's Wednesday. Phase 5D, week 5, Thursday. I want you to rehearse alternative pronunciations of graphemes from phase 5B using Cheeky Chimps or Acorn Adventures for the A, letter A. Today we're learning to read compound words. There are 3 types of words: simple, complex, and compound. Simple words can't be split up into smaller bits that would make sense on their own. For example, cat, hate, and quick. Complex words are made up from a base word that makes sense on its own, plus either a prefix, letters at the beginning, or suffix, letters at the end. Prefixes and suffixes change the meaning of a word, but they don't make sense on their own. For example, wonder becomes wonderful, kind can become unkind, and jump could become jumping. Compound words are words made up from 2 simple words joined together. Each of the simple words would make sense on its own. So, for example, foot and ball become football, bath and room become bathroom, and some and where become somewhere. Today we're looking at compound words. So I want you to go to Phonics Play and look at compound word splat. Read the text and try to splat all the compound words. Well done, that's the end of Thursday. Phase 5D, week 5, Friday. I want you to write down all the alternative graphemes, so ways of spelling the A phoneme, and do the same for the E phoneme. So for example, for A we've got AI or AY as in play. Have a think what else. For the E phoneme we've got EE and EA. Have a think of others. Today we're learning to spell compound words. So, for example, if we were learning to spell football, I would split it down into its 2 separate words. Foot, ball, foot, foot, ball. Well, I know that foot is spelt foot. Ball is spelled like this. So there's football. What about moonlight? Moonlight. What about playground? Playground. So we split them to help us spell them. Right, I want you to try spelling some compound words. Lunchbox. Lunchbox. Help desk. Help desk. Weekend. Weekend. Campsite. Campsite. Waterfall. Waterfall. Bluebell. Bluebell. Everyone. Everyone. Everything. Everything. Anyone. Anyone. Downstairs. Downstairs. Earthworm. Earthworm. Cornflakes. Cornflakes. Dustbin. Dustbin. Woodland. Woodland. Did you get them right? Did breaking them down into the two simple words help? I want you to work with a partner to write a sentence with two compound words in it. Remember, compound words are those that are made up from two simple words put together. Well done, that's the end of 5D week 5 and the end of phase 5D.